This is episode 1 of the Arts Academy podcast with Victor Varnado and Roxxy Haze. How to find work at home jobs. With special guest, comedian Katy Berry.
What we're talking about today is you guys can ask questions about anything at all that you want to ask about. But first of all, we're going to talk about getting a job during the coronavirus, because I know that a lot of people who are performers are out of work right now during the coronavirus. This is why I think that people are having trouble getting jobs. It's because I think that people generally don't know how to research how to get the type of jobs that you can get during the coronavirus. I'm trying to do my part. Like, I try to hire people as much as possible. And I encourage people, like, if you're a person who during this whole coronavirus thing has resources, rather than pay for things like going to a website and getting something done for yourself, you can hire people directly and just give them that money directly, because why not? And so here's what I want to talk about is I compiled a list of things that you can do right now and actually get paid money. Some things that are skilled, some things that are unskilled, and things where you can, where there's no barrier. I call no barrier things are like freelance sites that you can work on. But first of all, let's talk about stuff, because I know that everybody doesn't want to hear just like, oh, go to Upwork and make a posting and then compete for jobs, because that's hard for a lot of people to do. There are some jobs out there where there are just websites where you can just go and just apply, or websites where you can actually just fill out their application form, and the approval process doesn't exist, and you can actually just start taking jobs. And it all depends on how you do the work, whether or not you can continue there. So if you take the first job and you are crappy, then you got no more job. But if you take the first job and you do it well, so let's talk about, first of all, there's tons and tons of customer service jobs. So if I were you and you were looking for a job right now, like I know a lot of people are, I would learn how to Google for these specific things. Like, for instance, there's customer service jobs right now on monster.com, because a lot of companies, because everyone is in their house, people are creating all kinds of media, and the people are in their houses buying things. And so customer service jobs are actually increasing, as well as jobs which support media that is being created to entertain people in their homes, which if you are an artist, you can contribute to in a lot of different ways.
Can I just say, my part-time safety gig is customer service for Daily Burn, which is an online workout thing. And they had to up my hours to full-time throughout this crisis, because we have been, the amount of traffic has gone up like crazy exponentially. So
of course, absolutely, right?
It's been bonkers. Yeah,
just because it's because now everything that people used to do casually at home, they're doing full-time at home.
Like I'm exercising.
And there's lots of customer service jobs being listed at monster.com. There's customer service jobs and call center jobs, actually, that are being listed at Working Solutions. These are things that you should just write down. And actually, maybe after this is over, we'll make a post like detailing like a bunch of these things. Working Solutions is another site like monster.com, like indeed.com. There are just like tons of sites which have listings. There's a site which is specifically for women called, now the name is terrible, but the site is for remote working for women from home. It's called Remote Woman.
I am Remote Woman.
Yeah, it's called remotewoman.com. But what it is just like, I believe it is a site set up by women for women to help them find remote work at home jobs. Called Remote Woman, and if you're not a woman, that is not for you.
I bet a lot of lonely men go to that site for the wrong reason.
You know they have to.
Well, the name is a Remote Woman. It's kind of a weird name. I mean, I'm glad that they're out there, but the name is terrible. All right.
I got an email today from Tiny Beans, which is a platform that you upload pictures of your kids, and they're looking for all kinds of stuff. Tiny Beans.
I need to find.
Tiny Beans is hiring if you have babies.
Wait, you upload pictures of your kids? What does that even mean?
So when you're a mom and you inundate your feed with pictures of your babies and all your friends get annoyed with you, you can bypass that by going to Tiny Beans, uploading the pictures of your kids every day. And then the people who actually want to see your kids, like Grandma and Auntie Nana and Tia, Gloria, they can be put on your Tiny Beans list. So every day I get pictures of my nephew, and then I get 10 new pictures every day or videos or whatever the hell mom takes. And then they don't have to be all over Facebook.
Oh, that's cool.
I love it. I get my little baby content, and the mom gets to keep a cool social media presence.
Well, that sounds awesome. But what do they want you to do?
They just
like give us more kid pictures.
No, they're hiring right now. And their positions they're hiring for include, oh shit, where'd it go? It went away. It was like VP of product design. They had a lot of stuff. Let's see, VP of product, VP of engineering, head of sales, senior product designer, senior web developer, senior Android developer, senior iOS developer. So I don't know if you got some skills.
Something to do.
Tiny bit.
Yeah. I mean, everyone is like any job that you can regularly think of that you can do at a desk. Like people are hiring for those jobs right now. And I have friends, unfortunately, friends who are always like whining about like I don't have a job. But then when you tell them about where jobs are, they don't follow up with them. I hope people do. Or sometimes people find it hard because, as we know, that a lot of artists are, let's say that they don't function well socially. So. For those cases, like I think that if there was a website where they could just sign up and then just get work instantly, and they wouldn't have to go through the application process, that would make them super happy. So let me go on to one of the next sections. By the way, I want to say what sections we're going to be working on. So we're going to be talking about customer service. We're going to talk about writing jobs. We're going to talk about unskilled jobs online, and then skilled jobs online, and then jobs where there's absolutely no barrier, where you can just post and start working on your own terms. Okay, so we just did customer service. Let's talk about writing jobs. Okay, so if you can write or edit, there's tons and tons and tons of work out there for you. There is an economy right now because there's so many blogs and so many websites where there are sites online where they will pay you to write articles for other people. So like if you wanted to go to, say, like the Vanity Fair site, well, Vanity Fair has their own team of writers that they hire, but then sites that are below Vanity Fair, they hire people, just random people, like through these sites to write. They're called content farms, and they're not the greatest business. But if right now you need work, content farms are great. Like you won't get paid like most writers get paid, but you can just make money. So, and I know that a lot of people just need that. So
that's another creepy website name, like content farms. I just picture like in Mad Max Fury Road where all the women are like getting milked and like everyone's like getting milked for their ideas.
Did that happen in Fury Road?
Like, I don't recall that part.
In the beginning, all the women were like, like getting milked. Do you remember that? It's burned in my memory.
I don't know. I must have blocked it.
I repressed that all the way. I'm going to keep repressing that.
Okay, so there's a site called Grammarly, which is one of those writing sites that they're looking for editors specifically. And when you're an editor, you get paid better than the regular writers. So because the regular writers come from all walks of life, and then the editors are though professional. So if you can edit professionally, there's a site called Grammarly, Gramlee. Look it up. By the way, as these podcasts go forward, we're going to make sure that they're going to be able to put all this up on the screen. Right now, I know there's screen sharing, but I only started using Zoom today, so I haven't started to do everything. I had to figure out how to just do the live stream. That was more important at the time. All right. So if you're looking for freelance writing gigs, there's one called Contenta. I think it's Contenta, but it says Contenta here. Let me double check.
No cussing on this podcast.
No, it is Contenta. It is one of those aforementioned content farms. By the way, for every website that I'm mentioning, there's probably like 4 or 5 websites that are exactly like it. So remember, remember to just research. So like when you're looking for writing work, and you know that the top tier sites are, like, for instance, if you're looking for freelance work, the top tier site is, say, something like Fiverr. Like, that's something that everybody knows. But for every Fiverr, there's also 6 sites like Fiverr that have been created since, where the competition is not as steep, that you can go to. So, I mean, that's what I would do if and I have been like out of work before and had to like do everything that I'm describing right now. I've done all this stuff. So do it. It's out there. So now Figure 8 is a site where you can transcribe audio. So there's obviously so many videos and so many like podcasts that need transcription. So you can actually sign up on these sites, and normally they have like, just, I would say like 30 jobs available at any time. And then you sign up, you go to the site, and then you can start transcribing. The pay rate for transcribing is pretty low. However, there's this awesome trick that somebody showed once, where they would go to this website called Otter, and the free membership on otter.com is a site where you can upload an audio file, and then it will transcribe the audio file for you. Not perfectly, of course, because it's mechanical, but then you just edit that transcription and then you're done. So
that's awesome.
It ups your rate from being like maybe $8 an hour to being closer to like $20 an hour when you just do it through that site. So if you're smart about it, and look up other transcription sites, that's another way. All right, and then of course also you can do unskilled work. Now, what I mean by unskilled work is these are sites where all you have to do is sign up and they start giving you work, and that's it. And the work is low pay, but actually the one of these unskilled work is actually pretty good pay. It's about $22 an hour.
That's good.
Yeah, that's gonna be the third thing we're gonna talk about. We're almost done with this stuff. All right, so there's a site called, another terrible name, Click Worker. These names are terrible. Cog. You're a cog. Enjoy. Well, Click Worker is a site. And in Click Worker, you do app testing. You do site testing, like you'll go to a website that is in beta and make sure that everything works. You'll do copy editing, other tasks. Basically, this is a thing where you do jobs and then they rate you when you start doing them. And then the better your ratings are, the bigger and higher paying jobs you get.
Okay.
Yeah. And just a tip for guys, like if you want to work that click, you really got to like use 2 fingers and just like really work the click, and that will hopefully your rates will get higher. Are
you done? Glasses on glasses on glasses. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Survey Junkie. That's another site where it's just surveys. Now, surveys don't pay much at all, but there is absolutely no skill. You just do the surveys and you'll get like an amount of money per survey.
And what's the other one? Nelson Recruiting. Do you have that one on there?
I don't. What is Nelson Recruiting?
Nelson Recruiting is the same thing. It's like focus group surveys. I just actually got an email yesterday to test like a video game thing on my phone for $70.
Exactly. That's great. Yeah, that's great. It's called Nelson Recruiting.
Yeah, NelsonRecruiting.com.
NelsonRecruiting.com. Check them out. There's also one called Creative Circle. It's creativecircle.com, and that is a website where it's kind of a temp agency for creatives. They're constantly sending me stuff. Like, I don't need the work right now, but they're constantly sending me stuff like, can you do editing? Can you help us with our social media marketing? Whatever. Like you basically go to the site, you fill out your resume, and then they put you in a category, and then they send you updates on jobs. And then you can also just go directly to their site and look at their job listing, which are a bunch of like creative jobs. Mm-hmm. All right. Anyway, I hope people are finding this useful. Okay, one thing that you can do, which doesn't require a lot of skill, except speaking English, is teaching English. Because of the internet, people just want people to speak English with them around the world. And the and there's like there's like at least 5 or 10 sites that do this. Okay, one is called VP Kid. So you can just go there and you can sign up. You do not have to be a teacher. You do not have to speak other languages than English. You just have to be able to converse English enough so that you can correct them.
Oh my God, it's just going to be like me, like, so Love is Blind is this show. And they're dating. Do you know what dating is, Pod?
I hope you just keep your eyes that wide the entire time while you...
Jessica be blind to her dog.
Wait, did she? I'm on the first episode. Thing. Oh God.
Blind to her dog casually.
Another website that does the same thing is called Amazon Mechanical Turk.
I've done that.
Yeah.
It's a weird
pays
name.
Super low.
It's like $2.
Yeah, it is like $2, but if you have absolutely nothing coming in and all you have is time, you can just
stack those little $2.
Exactly. You could just start just getting money to do like ridiculously simple tasks. Easy. Exactly. Amazon Mechanical Turk. So you can get money right now. If you have absolutely no money and all you have is time, you could be getting money right now. That's all I'm saying.
And perhaps making a friend if you're lucky.
Probably not a Mechanical Turk.
Not on Mechanical Turk. Okay.
I like your positivity.
Yeah, it's literally like, hey, click on this receipt and see which one has an A on it. And you keep doing that for like an hour or two. Yeah, it's super. Yeah. But like he said, if you have time, it's easy to stack up that money.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, basically, if you just have time, because a lot of people do have time because they just don't have anything going on right now, you can just be earning a little bit of money here and there. Who is a dog? Which one of you is a dog?
Hildy, get out of here. Okay, she left the room. Sorry.
All right, so we have 2 more categories we want to talk about: skilled work and then no barrier freelance stuff. All right, so if you speak another language, you can just do translations and interpreting. There's websites specifically for that. There's one called Lionbridge. Great name. Doesn't sound like a translation and interpreting site, but it is a great name. There's a site called Lionbridge, but look for sites like that. Remote translation and remote interpretation. You can get tons of jobs like that. Their health insurance companies are currently hiring people from home that are medical coders and insurance representatives. I actually don't know what a medical coder is. I don't know how to do it. I also don't know how to do insurance, but if you have those skills, then you can go to sites like Humana, Humana, and Blue Cross Blue Shield has listings for
Blue
remote
Cross
work.
Blue Shield, baby. That's what I got.
Exactly. Same thing. There's a site called Unbabel, Unbabel, which is
like
a great
the Tower
name.
of Babel. Yeah,
that's the best name so far.
That is
Unbabel.
They get a clap.
They win. Yeah, exactly. Way to go, Unbabel. You did it. You did. Even though you're not as altruistic as a remote woman, your name is much better. All right, and then lastly, there are sites which I'm just calling no barrier freelancer sites, which are basically just sites where you can just sign up and then pitch yourself for jobs. Either you can sign up and pitch at people who are listing jobs, or you can just sign up and say, I do X, and then you can do those jobs. Fiverr, of course, is a big one. And there's one time when I was out of work and then I went on Fiverr. I was out of work and I also wanted to learn how to draw because I was not good at drawing. And so I went on Fiverr and I said that I would just do drawings for people for like $5 a pop. And I got better at drawing, and because people would be like, draw me, one guy said he wanted me to draw him a superhero with a butt face. And I was like, okay. And so I drew him a superhero with a butt face. If I got really, really stuck, I would trace things. But people were just...
How many requests did you get?
I got a lot, and I actually got really good at it. And then as I got better, then you can up your prices. So I used to do simple drawings for $5, but then later on I was doing like drawings for like $50 and $100. Like,
whoa,
exactly. Because
that's awesome.
I'm good at like doing stuff like infographics, so I could just do infographics.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, exactly. And so that was like really simple to do.
That is so cool. I'm texting my boyfriend right now. It's giving these hot tips. These tips are so hot that I can't even wait till I'm off air. I have to tell the people I know and love.
These are crazy ass tips, you know? Crazy ass tips.
Crazy ASS tips.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. And then not only that, there are a bunch of gig sites like Fiverr. Like there's I forgot what it's called, but there's one where it's like $20 or less, and then gigs that you'll do for that. But just basically, I would say look up Fiverr and look up gig sites like Fiverr, and you can just post things that you're willing to do for whatever amount of money, and then get all that happening.
And we have some questions on here.
Oh, okay. Let's take a question. We have only 2 more sites we want to talk about really quick, and then we'll start taking questions. And then we'll also want to talk to Katy about just how big her eyes are.
So hold on, everybody, with the question.
What?
You're
like an anime character.
I know.
All right. Another site like that is Upwork. Upwork, which used to, I think, be associated with Odesk, and maybe they merged or whatever. But Upwork's a site where it's like a reverse, where on Fiverr you say, I'll do X. Upwork, people are posting, I need somebody to do X. And then you go on Upwork and you be like, I can do X. So that's just another site where you can just go in and start doing it. Flex Jobs. Flex Jobs, I think, is more of just like a no. Flex Jobs is like Upwork, where it's like people post things and then you go on and say, I can do that job. Anyway, look for sites just like that, and good luck to everybody. Let's get some of these questions.
Okay, so we have one question what was the first site for speaking English with people? And we're gonna post these links too, right?
Yeah, we're definitely gonna post these links. We're not jerks. You know, I'm not actually gonna put this. I'm gonna put all this stuff in the comments right now, actually.
Okay. So everybody that was asking about links, I think it was like 4 or 5 people. Are gonna be in the comments right now.
I'm gonna pop this in the comments as soon as I figure out how to do it. Here we go.
The next one was somebody said they used to do associated content.
Oh, associated content. Yeah, I think that's the same sort of thing, right? Where it's just like,
I think I'm looking it up now. It's called Yahoo Voices now. Wait, it was. So that's not even a thing anymore. So what would be the equivalent to that? I'm gonna go look.
Equivalent to what? Yahoo Voices?
Yeah, because that got that no longer exists either.
Okay, so I put it like haphazardly. It's just like a text in the in the comments, but we'll do better later on. I'll do a better posting of all this information, but all the information is now in the comments.
You can find us at artsacademypodcast.com.